This is an actual food haul. I'm actually hauling food. Okay, oh my gosh. Hey guys, it's Erin and welcome back to EatMoveRest. So as you can see, I just got home from the grocery store and stocked up on all kinds of fresh, colorful, living fruits and vegetables to stock my refrigerator and kitchen. It's looking a little sparse as you can see, so I really kind of went crazy. This should last about a week. Dusty and I eat a high raw diet, so Whole Foods plant-based is a given, or vegan diet is a given. We always eat plant-based, but we eat very high raw, especially in the spring and summertime when the majority of fruits and vegetables are at their peak and they're in abundance, so stock up. The last thing that I picked up at the grocery store was bananas. This is 40 pounds of organic bananas. So what do we do with 40 pounds of bananas? We let them get ripe and speckled and throw them in the freezer. They're always on hand for green smoothies, fruit smoothies, nice cream, or just eating as is, plain and simple. One of nature's best fuel sources is bananas. One great thing about buying in bulk is your grocery store will probably give you a little bit of a discount, so give it a try if you're into the smoothies, the nice cream, and just staying fueled on raw foods. So I wanted to kind of share with you guys my high raw, Whole Foods, plant-based, vegan food haul, but I also wanted to share with you 5 foods that I always try to avoid or minimize as much as possible in my diet, and I think that it would benefit all of you to try and do the same. So being that Dusty and I eat completely 100% Whole Foods plant-based, animal products are going to be set aside for this top 5. So that being said, my number 1 to avoid other than that would be sugar. And I don't mean fruit sugars, I mean refined sugars. Your table sugar, baked goods like donuts, cupcakes, cake, all of the best stuff really. But the more that you eat fruits, the more your taste buds begin to change, and you'll realize that a peach tastes plain, simple, and sweet on its own without any added sweetener. So the number 1 thing I would try to avoid would be refined sugar. Opt for fruit. It's full of fiber. It's part of a bigger package that won't impact your blood sugar or make you feel jittery, and it won't leave you with that crash afterwards. So number 2 would be salt. Now I do sometimes opt to salt my food, but if I do it, I opt for either a sea salt or a fresh pink Himalayan salt. Both of these are rich in natural minerals that come straight from the earth and from the ocean to supply your body with those vital minerals. That being said, a high salt diet can spike your blood pressure, it can leave you feeling puffy and sluggish and bloated and just kind of weighed down. So if you want to feel light on your feet and energized, try and reduce the amount of sodium in the form of salt in your diet. One thing that you can opt for instead would be things like celery, which is very high in natural sodium. And another thing that is, I don't have it here on the countertop, but chard is also another great source of natural sodium. Greens in general, they've got an abundance of minerals and sodium. So opt for those instead. So number 3 is going to be kind of a 2-for-1, and this would be alcohol and caffeine. I know, it's kind of a buzzkill to hear that, literally. But alcohol is a depressant. It slows your body down, and it wreaks havoc on your liver and makes it work overtime to flush out the toxins that you're putting into your body. On the other hand, caffeine is a stimulant. It's gonna make you feel jittery and sometimes to the point of almost feeling like you're gonna have a panic attack or an anxiety attack. I'm super sensitive to caffeine, so I used to really love green tea. I've never been a coffee drinker, but I used to love green tea because I know that it has tons of health benefits, but I started to notice that it just made me feel anxious and jittery, and after a little bit I would crash and it just didn't make me feel good. So instead of caffeine, I would opt for a green juice or a green smoothie to give me that stabilizing, longer lasting energy. As for alcohol, if you're gonna drink, try to save it for special occasions, and instead of going for a sugary mixed drink, maybe opt for a red wine, which has tons and tons of polyphenols and other kinds of antioxidants that actually have been proven to do some good for your heart. That being said, alcohol is totally not essential for a healthy diet. Number 4, the fourth thing that I try to avoid and minimize as much as possible in my diet would be oils. Now, a lot of people have their qualms with this one, but on a low-fat, whole foods, plant-based diet, there's absolutely no need to get any sort of healthy or essential fats from oil. Oil is 100% refined, 100% fat, and the fat you eat is in fact the fat that you wear. So let me liken it to table sugar for just a second. We all know that sugar granules are the number one refined sugar that is horrible for your health. It feeds cancer cells. It has scientifically been proven to feed cancer cells, and on top of that, it wreaks havoc on your insulin and your blood sugar levels, and ultimately leads to diabetes and heart disease and cancer and all kinds of other things that we just don't want. So refined sugar would be that table sugar that you're sprinkling on things. And on the same token, oil is a refined fat. So you look at something like an avocado. An avocado has a high percentage of fat in it, but it's part of a larger package that also incorporates into it proteins and carbohydrates, not just fat, and antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and most importantly, fiber. Fiber helps to disperse the vital minerals and everything in the package at the rate that our body was designed to absorb it. Instead of opting for avocado oil, opt for the avocado. Instead of opting for olive oil, opt for the olive. And the list goes on and on. But if you're wondering how do I roast things, how do I saute things, you can simply use water or vegetable broth on just about everything, or even, say you want to saute an onion, really all you need to do is put it in the pan, turn the heat on, and the natural waters will begin to draw out of the vegetable itself. So there really is absolutely no reason to include oil into your diet. If you can, do your best to check labels. There are even things like hummuses and dips that have oil in them that you can find oil-free versions. I know that the Engine 2, if you haven't heard of Engine 2, do a quick Google search. All right, so we're there. Number 5. The fifth food that I try to avoid or minimize as much as possible in my diet would be gluten. A lot of people are sensitive to gluten, or in fact have what's called celiacs. Celiac disease is where you actually cannot consume gluten or you become severely ill. On the other hand, if you're sensitive to gluten, you may experience indigestion, bloating, constipation. So if you want to steer clear of gluten, let me show you some options really quick. 3 of our favorites would be quinoa. You can do this instead of something that might have wheat in it. Okay, and the next one would be split red lentils. These are a great gluten-free alternative. And brown rice. These are awesome grains to use that don't contain gluten. You can make oatmeal with gluten-free oats. You can eat gluten-free bread. One thing to steer clear of is a lot of gluten products actually contain other synthetics, other fillers, other chemicals, and just additives that we don't want in our bodies. So really check out the nutrition labels and the ingredient lists and make sure that you're not just opting for something that might be doing your body just as much harm. One other gluten-free option that Dusty has been really loving lately, not only are they gluten-free, these are also oil-free tortillas. They are sprouted corn tortillas. All right, so let's go over that again. The top 5 foods that I recommend to avoid and or minimize as much as possible in your diet would be number 1, refined sugar. Number 2, table salt. Number 3, alcohol and caffeine. Number 4, oils. And number 5, gluten. So those things are, if you're already plant-based or you're aware that animal products aren't great for you, then those are out of the picture. These are the top 5 that you can get into after that. If you really want to optimize your health and wellness, stabilize your weight, stabilize your blood sugar, amp up your digestion, and just sleep and feel better overall. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed seeing my food haul, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification up in the corner. That'll make sure that you get notified whenever we put out brand new videos here. And give us a like if you enjoyed this type of video, if you want to see more food hauls, more of what's in our kitchen, more recipes and ideas like that. Leave us some love below, leave a comment for us, and share this with family and friends so we can get healthy together. There's no better time than spring and summer. So until next time, eat, move, and rest your best, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Share with us what foods you love. What's your favorite? Right now I'm loving peaches.